Hello, everybody. Hope you're all having a good Tuesday evening and ready to join us for our show today. Um, got a good panel and start introducing people. As always, we got Shieldwall. How you doing, sir?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Uh, it's a great movie. Uh, I can't. Is this the very first spaghetti western, or was there more before this? Because this
It
is the
was it
first
was
one
the first international one.
right. Okay, this is the first one I
Yeah.
remember seeing. And interestingly, I did watch Yojimbo before I saw this, so I immediately
Mm.
saw the connection. But I remember seeing it as kind of as a kid, but I didn't really watch the whole movie. I just saw like bits and pieces of it. Also, interestingly, the vest that Clint Eastwood wears, you can get that in Red Dead Redemption 2 for Arthur to wear, the
Yeah,
main character. Yep, like basically the whole outfit, which
except
is
for the
pretty cool.
serape.
Yeah, later, I think in the online you could get something for
Yeah,
it.
you can get
Yes.
a
Yeah,
yeah in the online later.
yeah. But I was yeah they really did their homework and it looked really cool. But yeah, this is an interesting movie, being as the location it was shot at, and it almost seems like a kung fu movie in the way that people's mouths move a little bit with the dubbing, but it's still good. And I think at the time it was kind of groundbreaking. I remember my dad talking about it, like how influential those spaghetti westerns were on culture at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to getting into it.
Cool. Cool. And welcoming back Mando from her
Hello.
camping trip, where her
Yup.
campfire could be seen from space.
Correct. Correct. Fires were lit. Things were burned. It was a grand time had by all. My dog was not thrilled that he had to swim in the river, but the river, we had to cross the river to get to the campsite. So every time we left camp, we had to cross the river. So eventually he got used to the water. He still is not loving water, but now he at least tolerates it.
Well, that's good. Uh, and welcome also Travis.
Hi, thank you. Good to be here. I love this movie. It's one of my first great favorites. I too saw Yojimbo before I saw this one, although it was decades later after they'd all come out. Um, but yeah, it's funny. The dubbing issue is hilarious because they filmed this with no microphones, and they had to come back and redub the lines later.
That's just kind of how Italians make movies.
Yeah. But excited to talk about this one.
Yep. And welcome Waylon.
Hey, how's it going, Halls?
Not too bad. How about you?
Well, I am been rode hard and put up wet again, but it is what it is. Yeah, I love this movie. I've watched this movie. Good lord, there's no telling how many times I've seen this movie since I was a kid, and probably might have been a little young to actually see this. When you look back on some of these, especially these first three movies, there's some dark stuff that happens,
Oh yeah, there is.
especially in the second one. Uh, but obviously, this is a remake of Yojimbo, and of course, in the '60s, and the Italians being Italians, they did not admit that it was stealing from Yojimbo and got sued. Uh, but yeah, I love this movie. This is, I think it's, if we were going to say genre-wise, this is the sort of first spaghetti western. It's not the first western made by Italians. It's just the first spaghetti western in its sort of the stylistic editing and the telltale signs of what a spaghetti western will become.
Right. Yeah. Was it set up as a trilogy
I don't imagine.
or loosely?
I don't even know. Like my view of this is that they come out in actually chronological order. So this is like the last of the trilogy, and then Begin the Bag is the first. If you know, it's in between. Like it's sort of a reverse chronology. Uh, and that's you can sort of do that just by how things look in the film, just
Right.
sort of the things they're referencing. Uh, but I don't know if this was necessarily a planned trilogy. I think it just sort of like it was magic in a bottle and it happened, sort of thing. Where Eastwood was cheap enough to be able for Leone to hire him, and I think what happened is the movies kept being successful, so they were just like make another one.
Right. Do you? I'm trying to remember if like the cultural impact of these movies was immediate or it was only later.
I think
I think it was pretty immediate.
with these, it's
Like the good, the
more.
bad, and the ugly. Like how impactful that whole thing.
I think well, obviously there was a delay in release for because like these always came out like a year or two in the U.S. after they did already in Italy.
Mm.
So
Oh, that's why when I watched it, it said 1968, but the other thing said 1964.
yeah, because
Okay.
there was always a delayed release, and I think one thing about these is these got picked up by United Artists and MGM. So they distributed them, and that's how we got these movies. Because if you look at when they come out in the for the U.S. in the late '60s, that's sort of when you actually get to see. Because if you remember, even in the late '60s, Clint is still doing like weird, sometimes sort of like he does like Hang 'Em High, which is sort of a early revisionist western.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, wasn't he already on a TV show?
well, yeah, he was on
Yeah.
Rawhide before these movies,
Yeah, yeah.
and then these movies come out, and all of a sudden he's the main guy in Dirty Harry, which was
Hmm.
that's where I think you really see Clint as a superstar for the first time.
Right, right.
Um, I think these films, as far as like normies go, these are the spaghetti westerns all the normies see. Uh, so for me, it was like, oh, the cinephiles actually got listened to for once when it comes to how popular these movies still are.
Hmm.
I think. Uh, I don't know. I'm wondering how much of their cultural impact is just through the years and the fact that Eastwood remained a superstar for so long.
Right. I know that that the whole like aesthetic of the spaghetti western, like the close-up shots of the eyes and
Yeah.
that whole thing, that really you see that repeated over and over again, and then it bled into other movies, TV shows, books, comic books especially, and then video games. Once those started coming out and getting better and better.
Yeah.
Uh,
But the editing style of this and the camera work are arguably actually their most influential part
I
about these
agree.
movies.
I
Um,
agree.
because that's when I say this was the first spaghetti western. That's what I mean. Is that style of the flashy editing and the close-ups and the camera work, and it's sort of copied by all the other Italian directors like Corbucci and Salima. And good lord, there's a lot of Italian directors.
I also think that Clint, not only Clint, but all the other actors in here brought some kind of like the way that they're when they do the close-ups on their face and how they
Yeah.
basically act.
Well, it's like the difference between like Eastwood's
Hmm.
close-ups versus like Bronson's close-ups in Once Upon a Time in the West are both like
Right.
because the actors are bringing their own vibe to it. They're totally different close-ups, and yet
Hmm.
they're probably filmed probably the exact same way. But Eastwood's got the squint, and then Bronson's got like almost these dead eyes,
Hmm.
and it's very
Right,
intense.
right. And that's what but that whole Clint Eastwood look really,
And
you know,
he
yeah.
and he pretty much the whole costume is him.
Hmm.
Uh, me and Hosty watched this, and he was asking, "Do you think Leone told him to pick out his own costume because of budgetary reasons, or because he didn't care? What do you think? What do you think it was?" I said, "It probably was like budget, and I think also Leone kind of wanted the Eastwood to have his own twist on the character, like his own input on the character, and he could do that through costume." And so
Yeah.
Eastwood Eastwood had the boots from Rawhide. He brought some black Levi's, the shirt, the vest. I believe he got the hat from Rawhide too.
Yeah,
He
the
got
gun and the belt from Rawhide as well.
the belt's his own personal belt actually.
Oh, the
That's
okay.
an Andy Anderson rig.
Where do you get the vest?
I don't know
The
where. He probably got it from the Rawhide set.
Okay.
If I imagine so. That's where he got the gun. He got it from the army, because you can actually see the same Colt in some episodes of Rawhide with the snake handle grip.
So the budget was so low, they were just basically like steal everything from the Raw
Yeah,
set
right.
and
Yeah,
bring it on
that's
over.
that's pretty much what Clint did.
Yeah.
Is he just stole everything from and the character smoking cigars, or the cigarellos, whatever you want to call them. That's all him too. He thought his character would smoke, so he bought some cheap cigars and cut them up and re-rolled them into the little.
Hmm.
And he said he hated them because they were nasty,
Yeah, but so.
but it's so cool.
Yeah, exactly. And the set looked pretty good. Um, like I bought it was Mexico, you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
they
and the interiors were really nice. I don't know if the interiors were inside those actual buildings or they were sets or
well, we
what,
really
but
only
they
see like the
looked
inside.
really Spanish. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. Well,
yeah,
good thing they're in Spain.
yeah.
But I mean, we only see really the interior of what, 4 buildings in the whole movie.
Yeah.
You got the bar, you got the Rojos, the
Hmm.
Baxters, and the house that Clint Eastwood clears
And
out.
that big warehouse thing, yeah, that's got all the barrels and stuff in it.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
inside. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sorry. I was trying to upload something.
Yeah, I watched it today, actually on YouTube. It's free on YouTube with ads. And there wasn't that many ads. It wasn't
Nice.
like every 5 minutes or something. It was like maybe once every 30, 40 minutes.
oh, that's
So,
perfectly reasonable.
yeah, it wasn't, yeah, it was, yeah, actually perfectly reasonable. I have this thing where I wouldn't mind if like certain movies when they're like reduced price with ads on Amazon or whatever or
Well,
free with ads, if you could just watch all the ads up front, like
well,
10
like
minutes of ads or whatever, and
that was
then yeah.
that was kind of the best part when when Amazon first brought in ads. It sucked, but I understand it's business and it's a hard world out there. They got to make money somehow. But like if you'd watch like old movies, you'd get like maybe one ad deal at the very beginning that you wouldn't get any ads for the rest of it, and then maybe with some movies that are like a little more popular, get one big ad break in the
Right.
middle of the movie, and then you just get none. Then if you're watching a really popular movie though, it's like every 15 minutes you're getting an ad. You're getting
Yeah,
ads,
the
and
Seven
there's a
Samurai
lot.
was on there for free, and it's like a almost 4 hour movie because of the ads.
Yeah, that's like I can't imagine watching Lawrence of Arabia if you had to
Yeah,
do it with ads.
right.
Right.
Yeah,
But the
but
good news, this movie's only like what, an hour? It's just a little over an
it was an
hour
hour and 40
40.
minutes
Yeah,
with the ads, so that's not terrible at all. Um, One thing I did want to talk about was the parallels between Clint's character in this and a samurai, and how later people used it for like Mad Max, kind of like an amalgamation of like a samurai and
the sort of Ronin
Yeah.
mercenary type.
Right. Yep. Lone gunman kind of, wanderer, drifter kind of thing. And then mixed in with other, like how that kind of archetype is popular and carries through with so many other characters in entertainment media, whether it
Yeah,
be video games or books or other movies.
yeah,
But
that's a
like Han
really.
Solo, I guess, is a little bit of that.
I don't know. Han Solo's almost more your almost old traditional sort of Western hero. I don't want to say Western hero character, but you'd see that character in like old westerns before. Uh, he feels more like a American Western invention than a spaghetti Western invention. But that's obviously personal opinion. Um, Han would have to be way more badass than he is.
Right. Right.
What's up, Goot?
There you go.
Oh, it's the goat. The goatiest of goats. Her name is Tom Brady. Yeah, you are right though about like I think the only criticism you could say, well, is that Yojimbo exists and Yojimbo kind of has the archetype before this. If we want to be technical about it. But man,
But yeah,
Eastwood brought his own flair to that.
yeah, and as far as like cultural relevance, this movie was bigger. It
Yeah.
caught fire everywhere, and it ended up making more money for
Yeah.
Kurosawa.
Yeah, it made
Yojimbo.
Kurosawa made a killing off this movie.
He really did.
Rightfully so. He
Yeah.
just did it shot for shot, basically.
Yeah. I just don't. I think Yojimbo wasn't as accessible to a Western audience
No.
as like maybe Seven Samurai had been.
Well, one, this is all dubbed in English,
Yeah.
and it doesn't look horrible. It doesn't sound horrible. Yojimbo's, obviously all in Japanese, and it's all subtitled.
Right, which makes it harder
Yeah,
to
it's
do.
not
But
as, like
I wouldn't want to watch that movie dubbed at all.
no, not that movie for sure.
Yeah.
If someone
then-
Kurosawa's, I think what is it, his son or grandson is making movies. If he just decided, I'm gonna make an English version of, I'm gonna remake Yojimbo, but it's gonna be an English version, so it's more accessible to a wider audience, I would be for it. I mean, it's if you do it right, I don't see anything wrong with it. Obviously, but at the movie as it stands, no, I don't want it dubbed. That would be a travesty.
Right. Now, this movie was originally released in Italian, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but the Italians dub everything, so it's just how they make movies.
Right. Right. But they dubbed Clint Eastwood into it Italian.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a few dubs because this was released in Germany.
Oh,
pretty much
dude, the spaghetti westerns were huge in Germany. They were really big in Germany, because I know like Django was huge in Germany. Like that was a big deal in Germany. Now, Django, of course, being banned in Britain is
Right.
like,
What? Because it was too violent, or
yeah, because of the violence.
okay.
I mean, there's another movie that's quite influential as far as spaghetti westerns go. I mean, how many times have we seen the ear cutting scenes now?
So let me ask you this: what do you think Clint Eastwood's best Western is?
Josie Wales.
Josie Wales.
Yeah.
I do have some. So yeah, so his holster in this is a Andy Anderson rig, and the reason why that's important, Andy made quick draw holsters for the quick draw competitions around Hollywood. and these were actual competitions, and a lot of Western actors participated in them, especially Western TV actors. But later, when Eastwood makes Josie Wales, he wanted more historically accurate gun weather, and he went to Andy and had it done. And he sort of started the trend of having realistic, historically correct gun leather in movies again. Important man, Clint Eastwood. I don't know if this should be said. He is quite influential on the industry for a long time. I believe this actress was German.
Yeah, Marianne Coach.
Yeah.
I read. I was reading up before we started the stream. The German audience was actually surprised that she only had like one line.
I was going to say, did she even have any lines at all? I don't remember her
I think
talking.
it's like, why did you help us?
Yeah.
I think it's like a. I do find it interesting. Eastwood could have gone any direction he wanted to. Oh, so you see the noose right here. So the tree that noose is hanging from, Leone stole that tree.
Stole the tree.
Yeah. So he was like, he's filming. He's like, I need a tree, and they're like, dude, there's no trees in this part of Spain. So they stole this from somebody's yard. This dead tree, and he stole it from the yard, and so he could use it for that shot where the noose is hanging on the tree.
And then that tree's not even in shot.
Well, it is.
It is a little bit, because I saw it right here,
okay.
Yeah.
and I was like, "That's not going to hold anybody.
Yeah.
It's going to snap right
It's
off."
this dead, dry, rotted tree,
Yeah,
but Leone needed a tree, so he just went and stole one from someone's yard.
Yeah, it's probably like on a dolly or something.
Probably.
Since it's not in any other shots. And then I don't know if they made this set or if this is just like some old buildings they found.
The
wood looks pretty weathered,
They might have this. Well, the thing is, where they filmed this was Cinecittà, and that's the studio. So there was a lot of things filmed there. There wasn't just.
Okay. So this wasn't like on a real location somewhere.
No, this is in Spain. This was a part of a studio set. So this probably was built for some film, but they probably just reused this.
Yeah, you build in the 30s and let it sit out there for 20 years.
Yeah.
It'll look nice and weathered.
I mean, dude, with how hard the sun probably is in that part of Spain, probably only needed 5-10 years for that.
Right. But you can definitely see the parallels between there and Mexico.
Yeah.
And
There's a reason it was called New España.
Right.
Like this word.
Yeah, they're mean to his mule.
And these guys, gun safety was not a concern for them. And he took it pretty well getting shot at like that.
Yeah.
This kind of reminded me of like Geppetto
Yeah.
from Pinocchio. Some kind of haircut and everything.
Yeah, he does have a Geppetto vibe about him.
Yeah.
I don't know, he's great in the whole film, though. That's kind of the best part.
He's scoping stuff out. He's like, "What's up there?" Well, he goes on the balcony, scoping it out.
Yeah, like this. Like, you need to leave. You need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll wind up in one of these mountains.
But I like this move by the casket maker. He's not even looking where the nails are. He's just looking at them and hammering the nails into the.
He's so practiced.
Sorry,
Kind
it
of,
seems slow tonight.
you kind of forget how much hair Eastwood used to have.
Right? You forget these things.
The
He had a pretty good full head of hair for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the last few years has receded.
yeah,
Well, he's like in his 90s or something,
yeah,
right?
he's 96.
Yeah.
Yeah. And surprised he has any hair at all. It's fine. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, it's not even like he doesn't have a lot of hair. It's more just like he just got old people hair now.
Right. But you look at him, he's got the squint and the
Apparently,
it's got the look.
Eastwood did not particularly enjoy working on this film because it was so foreign for him on how to make a movie.
How
know-
they did things was so much different. Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously for him, quiet on the set. Well, it's not quiet on the set. There's people making all sorts of noise because they're not recording noise right now. They don't care. Now, I do know a lot of the early, like I know Dr. No, From Rush with Love, and I believe Goldfinger, they're all dubbed. They weren't recording sound either for a lot of those. So maybe this is just a lost 60s filming on a budget thing that we just don't really have today.
Come to think of it, that actually makes a lot of sense because there was that group of people that famously created the Wilhelm screen. They just created like little massive backlogs of sound effects that they could enter into film. And maybe the reason for that is because of this practice.
The worst part is when you see the Wilhelm screen from the movie it actually comes from, and it makes complete sense. And then it just becomes a meme.
So here
Well-
he's positioned himself to let them know that he's going to make some noise.
Yeah. He goes, and you better hire me, and I ain't cheap.
Like, you see, he didn't like laughing. Get the crazy idea, you're laughing at it. Try to get it to the gun.
Leone really is of the style that every single frame is a painting.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, and traditionally when they would shoot a scene like this, they would film the shooter and then cut quickly to the guys being hit.
Yeah.
And that was something that was traditional with westerns that Clint Eastwood knew about. Apparently, he just didn't tell Sergio and just let him cook, and and cook he did.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, he's pointing this gun where I'm like, I know this gun is empty. You just fired all your ammunition at these 4 dudes.
I think we only see like a couple of times people reloading their guns in this movie.
Oh, yeah. Ironically, it's Ramon who kind of reloads the most.
Yeah.
Like what he says to the sheriff, well, better clean these bodies up.
Yeah. Coffin maker make good money in this town. The least evil of the Rojos. Well, I guess he's the least evil. I don't know. All the Rojos are pretty vicious.
Yeah.
That's one thing Yojimbo does better. They do better at showing both sides are pieces of crap. Whereas this one, you're almost like, oh my gosh, the poor Baxters. Just got like totally screwed over.
Who knows? They probably learned all their nastiness from the older brother.
Well, this dude looks to be like me, like he's the oldest brother.
Yeah.
I too keep jousting armor in my dining room.
Who doesn't, you know?
Yeah. This had to be filmed on what, 8mm? Or would it have been 16? I don't know.
Yeah, so
Because like this is definitely the worst film quality of the 3 movies by a pretty good margin.
I'll hear something.
I hear something too.
I don't think it's me. Let me mute.
It's like somebody's listening to the radio.
Maybe it is me. Okay.
Yeah, it is you. What is going on here?
I don't know.
Yeah. See the interior of this house? That's
Yeah.
very If you go to Santa Fe, you can still
Yeah.
see houses like that now up there that look just like that. I mean, they're preserved, right? It's not
Yeah.
like people are living that way.
Well-
Although there might be one or two. They're just that weird
Yeah.
up there. But very artsy fartsy.
Yeah, I've been to Santa Fe. You know, we talked about the hippies taking over California. The hippies took over Santa Fe a long time ago too.
Yeah.
Actually, this does kind of have a Santa Fe vibe to it a little bit with how the buildings look and
Right.
the surrounding mountains and everything.
Yeah. It's not as dry up there, though.
Yeah, it's actually
This.
the weather in Santa Fe is really nice.
Yeah.
So the reason why I go backwards in chronological order is these Mexican army uniforms are like circa 1890s to early 1920s era. Basically, these are the famous ones for the impending Mexican Revolution.
Well, we know that the movie takes place at least after 1873 or 76 because the tombstones
Yeah,
in the cemetery have those dates on them.
yeah.
So,
Now, if we want to get specific, Ramon is carrying an 1894 Winchester. But all Westerns used 1892
right.
and 1894 Winchesters. Even when they're set in, well, you get really bad one with like the Comancheros with John Wayne,
Oh, yeah.
and it's supposed to be set in the Republic of Texas in the and they're all carrying guns from the 1870s and 1890s.
Well, they didn't have repeaters back then. In
No.
the Republic of Texas era, they were all
Yeah, it's all single shot.
Yeah, all single shot
well-
muzzle loaders.
You had the Colt Patterson revolver, which became pretty big with the Texas
But
Rangers.
did it have cartridges?
No cartridges.
Like,
It's still cap and ball,
yeah, it's cap and ball. That's what I mean.
but it was a
Is it
5-shot
was
revolver.
yeah, but what I'm saying is they didn't have lever action
No,
with self-contained bullets.
that doesn't come till
Yeah,
1860.
yeah,
And it's still not widely used.
No, it's not widely used.
no,
That's much later. You get to see that.
right.
The tiny horses of Europe.
Yeah, I did notice that too. They were a little small.
A little, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think we got that tradition from the English with big horses, because the English kind of started that big horses thing, where all their horses are really tall and big. And I think I'm going to say the English started that trend, and we just kept going with it over here.
Except for the Mustang.
Yeah, but that's... you could almost argue that's a Spanish traditional horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Molly.
Why, hi, Molly. Why are you mentioning Supernatural? Oh, never mind. I remember that episode now. Hell of an... This is a way better introduction to a villain than the one we got in Yojimbo 2.
What I didn't like is some of these guys just kind of stood there.
Yeah.
It was like, what are you doing? Yeah, the first part is fine, right? He's shooting them, and the guy's trying to run up this sand berms, getting shot.
Yeah.
But then there's this one guy that's just like, it's like, come on, dude, get your horse out of there.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is we have to be a little bit generous, because if you did this properly, all the horses would be getting mowed down too.
Right.
Yeah.
And
And
they're
a
not...
lot of these guys are extras from like a local, like maybe
Yeah,
in town or
yeah.
something.
Unfortunately, this isn't the good, the bad, and the ugly, where he has literally the Spanish army helping him.
I don't know what this machine gun is made out of. It doesn't look like
It's a real
It looks
machine.
like a mock-up of a...
It's not, though. That's
one.
actually... I learned that. I
Yeah.
learned that it's actually a real machine gun. I think it's French.
All the holes in it, though, in
They're-
the front are for cooling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
it's
no, bullets aren't coming out of every one of those holes.
yeah,
It's supposed to be like a water-cooled...
No, well, it's
machine
what it
gun.
looks like, but it's not. It's like some French
It's air
machine
cooled.
gun. That's
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
the whole It's like the same principle as the Lewis gun,
Right.
where
That has that
it
shroud.
sucks the heat from the barrel helps suck in air to keep the barrel cool.
Okay.
But it's like a French. I believe it's a French machine gun. I don't know
And it's actually hand cranked. It doesn't have the buttons on the back, like the way the
yeah,
actor's
that's...
holding it. Oh, I saw something about it too.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, there's...
So the actor who plays Ramon was actually like a full-blown like militant communist. He literally got arrested for helping some communists help escape from prison. Just mad hatter, this guy.
Mitrailleuse volley gun is what it.
Yes.
What that machine gun is.
So they probably didn't like each other in real life.
No, they
Probably
didn't.
not.
He tried to be he tried to become friends with Clint Eastwood, but they were so on opposite ends of political ideology.
Yeah. Because Eastwood's I guess, well, he called him... last time I checked, he's calling himself a Wolbert these days. But the Wolbert's got a Wolbert, so let him do it.
Oh, okay. So this Mitral mitrailleuse. It's called a volley gun,
Oh, so
and
wait, does it actually have all those barrels fire?
yes, they all fire at once.
Oh,
You
What?
put
cool.
this, you crank this thing, and it like has a this thing hits them all at the same time, or
Wow.
in a pattern, so they actually do come out of there. So it's kind of like a machine gun, but not really.
Still pretty cool though. I mean, that's
Required two people, one to load the ammunition block and one to turn the crank to fire all barrels at once. In reality, it could not be used as a rapid-fire machine gun, and the movie's depiction is historically inaccurate. The
yeah.
only true rapid-firing weapons of that era were the hand-crank Gatling gun or their belt-fit machine guns.
Yeah, it would be a Maxim
And
specifically.
it's also a replica in the movie.
Oh, okay. That explains a lot.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, but you get the point.
Yeah,
It's a cool-looking machine gun, and
They wanted a Maxim, but they couldn't get one.
yeah.
So like, what can? Because by the way, that's the same gun they use in Django too.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea is there. It's just they couldn't really do it.
Right.
Right. But and it took. By the way, it takes 4 people to work a Maxim. Because you have to somebody carry the gun, someone to carry the stand, someone to carry the ammunition, and the other guy to carry the water.
Yeah. A lot of components.
I do know
Still
that
use them up to World War II.
What
Mm-mm.
the Maxim?
Dude, there's Maxims being
They were
used.
using
water
those up
cooled.
until 1968.
Oh, it's getting worse than that, dude. They're on the front lines in Ukraine right now too.
Right, but I mean, like the British Army, that was their standard
Yeah, the
machine gun up
Vickers.
to 1968.
Well,
Yep.
I guess I just meant the U.S.
Yeah. Well, we used
Oh,
them in, especially the Marines used them in World War II with the Browning. You know, the 1917 Browning, which is a sort of modified.
Yeah, with
Maxim.
the you're talking about with the water cooling jacket.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Now,
It just makes it so heavy.
yeah. Now, a big misconception is that the Germans used MG42s on D-Day at Omaha Beach. They didn't. The Germans weren't using those. They were using Maxims. And if you think about it, that makes perfect sense. They're in a defense position, a water-cooled machine gun where you can just keep laying down fire all day because the barrel's not going to overheat as long as you keep it water. Keep it water in it. They're going to shoot all day.
Yeah.
An MG42, you have to change the barrel after one belt because it fires so fast.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, you had to keep rotating the barrels. I do know that when Maxim was showing the machine gun to the War Department, that it fired for 45 minutes straight without a malfunction and they were like, all right, test is done. We don't need to see anymore. We'll buy them.
Yeah.
Like it could have kept going, but it didn't.
And-
But 45 minutes of just feeding belts into it without one malfunction. Do you know how crazy that is?
It's insane. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like
Yeah.
this is one thing about the Maxim. You know, he was trying to make it work with black powder, but because black powder has so much fouling and crap with it, it kept jamming. Once smokeless powder was invented, the design was, right. The only thing really problem is with it is weight and size at that point.
Yeah. Well, a lot of armies treated it as literal artillery.
Yeah.
That was how they doctrinally used it. Was like an artillery piece.
Yeah.
Like that or a mortar or something.
And the Germans were, what's weird is I believe the Russians technically had the most at the beginning of the war. They had the most machine guns. But the Germans were the first to sort of doctrinally understand it and how to utilize it. And it's sort of, that philosophy sort of stuck around even into the Second World War, where the squad is built around the machine gun.
Right.
Where obviously the American tradition was always the rifleman. You build around the rifleman. And the Germans, what the German is, you build around the machine gun. And because he's the most powerful part you can utilize, so you build around him.
Yeah.
There's an effortlessness to Eastwood's cool, and I think in particular this movie, Because the other two, he's actually, I would say he's not quite as cool. In this movie, he's kind of the coolest dude in the world. The other two, I wouldn't say he is. He's cool, but he's not as cool as Eastwood is in this movie. And I think it might be because he's working alone.
Yeah.
He's aura farming. Oh, old school
So,
night
yeah,
scene.
I do love the premise of this movie. He's playing two sides off each other.
The other thing about it is there's not a real main villain that he's up against. It's like a conglomerate of villains.
Yeah.
I mean, could you really point at one and say that's the main bad guy? I couldn't really, in my head, when I'm watching it, I couldn't be like, okay, it's this guy.
Ramon.
Maybe. But the other side, what are the guys called? The Bennetts or whatever?
The
Or like,
Baxters.
the Baxters.
They don't really feel like villains in this movie.
Nah, they're just kind of there. Although, a little bit with the, I'm trying to think of her name. She's basically the Baxters.
Oh, the
Consuela
matriarch of the
Baxter.
The
family?
matriarch, right. Kind of reminds me of the Braithwaites from
I imagine.
RDR2. Like how they burned the place down and then, you know.
Well, they've made no bones about admitting they're influenced by,
Yeah.
all sorts of movies and stories. I mean, there's a lot of Django Unchained references in that particular part of the game, too.
I can't believe they put these guys here and everybody was like, oh, they're just sleeping after they start shooting guns.
Yeah.
Like those guys would have been ducking and diving or something. So
Oh, look at the guy sleeping through all of the gunfire. Wait, what?
That's one of the weaker points.
right.
Point for Yojimbo.
How do you think they filmed those exterior outdoor shots with like daytime and then put a filter over top?
Yeah, that's what they would do. They put a filter over top.
Because
I actually think
clean.
I think that looks so much better than actually
Yeah.
trying to shoot at night.
I don't know. Obviously it depends. If you have a competent director and cinematographer, obviously you can shoot at night and it works. But I think one thing you're also seeing now is they're doing the shooting at day now, but using a CGI computer filter,
And that's why it looks like crap.
and it looks like shit. But these look brilliant, more brilliant than most night
Right.
scenes,
Yeah.
filmed nowadays. Like it shouldn't be that hard these days to do it, but they've somehow managed to do it, mess it up.
Have you seen any like messing around on like X or YouTube or whatever, where somebody has made an AI short using AI, but they somehow got it to make it look like it was shot in the 60s for like a B sci-fi movie or something, and how accurate it actually looks like it was shot in the 60s. Like the color palette looks like Star Trek from 66 or whatever.
And I've seen it where like one thing that was kind of cool, people were playing around with AI, saying like, oh well, what if Red Dead Redemption 2 was a 50s Western and how that would look? And it looks like
Right.
it looks like a 50 or 60s
Yeah.
Western. And it's really quite impressive. Now, would I say, they're going to be able to make a whole movie with that? No, that's obviously not. But for the idea of getting a
Right back,
semblance of
guys.
an idea, I think it works quite well.
Yeah, if you could do like replacing storyboard with it.
Yeah.
Or something. Now, but here's the other thing. If I can look at this movie and I can immediately tell what era it was shot in. Not the 70s, not the 50s, the 60s. From the color and the lighting and everything.
Yeah. Because even the maybe only thing you could maybe say otherwise would be like a 70s spaghetti Western. But
Right.
even then,
Yeah.
by that point, the spaghetti Western is starting to change. You're starting to get a lot more comedy Westerns, too.
Right. But like True Grit, you could tell that was shot in the 60s.
Oh,
by the coloring and things like that. But
I mean, it's
but then by the time you get to Outlaw Josie Wales, it's a totally different.
Yeah,
It's all
that's-
natural light and
that's nothing but
Yeah.
a 70s western.
yeah.
Well, it's. I would say that I think there's an inherent thing with the American revisionist western style that was clearly influenced by the spaghetti westerns, but also decided to go its own direction too.
I also wonder if changes in camera technology and film also led to that, how things look different.
Well, one thing about the 70s was it became the equipment to film movies became cheaper again, which is why you sort of got so many indie projects in the 70s pop up and become successful. Because remember the thing in the 60s was big budget films. It was a bit like now, where it was all these big budget films, and of course, Hollywood is starting to tank, and eventually, it does. And then in the 70s pops up, and you have people filming on the cheap, making cool movies again, independently and on much lower budgets. And then the 80s is a weird time.
The 80s was just a weird time in general, though.
Because I think as far as like pop culture movies, the 80s is strangely like it's just so cheesy and plastic and fake. But then you also have like these hidden gems in the 80s where it's like, no, we decided to take this seriously and it's not a campy action movie. And then the 80s just has these unbelievable gems. But like you ask anybody who's like, oh, do you know 80s movies? It's like, oh no, you don't know 80s movies. You just know Commando and Rambo 2 and Rocky, and it's like you don't know 80s films. 80s pop culture films. If you want to see something crazy, look at the influence Hidden Fortress had on the Star Wars movies.
Right.
That's a good movie too.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw Seven Samurai, I immediately looked for other movies, and then I watched Hidden Fortress and Yojimbo, like back to back right after that.
Yeah.
Within like a day or two, because it was back when you had to like go rent stuff. There was no online.
Yeah.
Yojimbo was such a good movie.
Yep. And then I think I watched Ran, and then
Ooh.
Rashomon, and then I'm trying to think if there was another one that he did.
What was the sequel to Yojimbo?
Sanjuro.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I know there's a one where, there's one where, or is that in Yojimbo, where the woman, she's like I can't remember, she's the head of a household or geisha. She tells him that he shines bright like a drawn sword, like a naked blade, and there's like flowers that come down this little river, and they're going to be a certain color if somebody died or not. And they're the color that shows that the other side got wiped out, and all the women are just like, oh, look at the pretty flowers, while the guys are all serious. I can't remember.
I can tell you that's not Yojimbo, for sure.
Well, this one was in color, so
Ooh.
that's anyway, I don't want to sidetrack the thing. I just how all of these things kind of interconnect.
Yeah. I think what's kind of shocking to me is that, obviously Japan has sort of the samurai Ronin type movie, and we have our westerns. Why is there no like European why are they not making like night movies all the fucking time?
I don't know. I don't know why.
They did for a while there,
Yeah.
like A Knight's Tale.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
and you had stuff from like the 30s with like Laurence Olivier and making Shakespeare like Henry V. But like they never have quite embraced it like you would think they should.
Yeah, you get a few movies every decade or so, like Excalibur and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
yeah, you don't.
but it's more like an oddity than it is a even a because like a samurai movie and a western, they're genre, they've become such their own thing. They're a genre in their own. A knight movie is not really a genre on its own, really. It's more just, oh, here's a historical
I
drama.
don't I think that the samurai kind of thing is still in a lot of ways it's still ingrained in Japanese society. Maybe not as much as it was in the 70s and 80s, but like how you had a duty to do and you worked for a company and the company was like your fief, you know what I mean, that you followed and
Yeah,
you work because you worked your entire life for the same company in the 60s and 70s. You know what I mean? If once you got in the company, you retired from that company and your loyalty was to the company. Kind of like you have samurai and they're loyal to their daimyo and but if they're you got all this conflict too, which Europe had, but
yeah.
I don't know. I think that they didn't carry that knight ethos with them all the way into the modern era, which the Japanese did,
Well, it's
um, culturally.
yeah, it's interesting because I wonder if World War I killed it
Probably,
because
probably did.
when you read a lot of like accounts in World War I and stuff and like personal accounts, there still is like this uh, sort of I guess honor culture is the way I sort of usually put it because like it was killed in America too to somewhat too with the defeat of the South, which was sort of this last vestige of old world style honor systems. And
But I think the cowboy lived on though because
I think
because there's
to an extent,
Go
but
ahead,
not
go
it's
ahead.
not the same. It's
no. Go ahead, Jacob. What are you gonna
I
say?
think what killed the knight stuff was a progression of things. I mean, the Napoleonic Wars, that was terrible, and
yeah.
I think that was a part of it too.
So we saying the French Revolution killed it then? All right, I can get behind
It's the
this.
French. It's always the
I-
The
French.
French's fault.
Well,
I'm not
I
even
think
saying the
French's
French.
fault.
I'm saying the French revolutionaries in particular. Maybe they just beheaded all the knights.
I think why
Yeah.
the cowboy archetype still rings true in America, especially throughout that time, is because there's still wide open areas that you can go to. It's not like that in Europe. Everything has been claimed over and over and over again, where at least from a European standpoint, looking at America, it was wide open. There was adventure, there was freedom, there was you could go be alone. You could rely on your own self. Uh, you could travel for days or weeks without running into another person necessarily if you went to certain parts of the country. And that freedom, so we still have that ingrained in ourselves, like that I can do anything. I'm free to like make my own way. I'm not stuck in a system that there's people holding me back or holding me down. Does that actually, is that true anymore? Maybe not in a big city or something, but I
It's
think
not.
you can,
There's a
I,
reason the government always hunts down people who try and go live off the grid.
right, but that spirit is still there, right? That cowboy mentality, you know, that's why it's called a cowboy mentality. Like
Yeah.
if somebody is a maverick and they're out doing their own thing, they call him a cowboy. He's out there cowboying, cowboying it up or whatever. Um, just kind of not following the rules, do whatever they want. Um, making their own way to do things, and there you can still find that in America. I don't know if in Europe if you can, which is why they're not making
Well,
as
but
many
my thing is, a knight's like that would be great, but Japan has also been highly settled for thousands of years at this point. Uh,
right. But the samurai it's more about a duty and an honor,
well,
and
what do you think knights were like all about?
well, that's what I'm saying. But the cowboy is in some ways, yeah, you had the honorable cowboy, but it's more of a of a sense of like adventure and freedom. I think. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but I don't know why they're not making more night stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Maybe they don't want people running around Europe thinking about that kind of stuff.
Well, they have the tournaments over there still
Yeah.
in places.
Yeah.
And they're still like jousting in Renaissance festivals.
Yeah.
But they're not making like movies about it.
Yeah. Like, at least not off. Like, I shouldn't say not often, but it's not on the scale at one point that you got samurai movies and westerns out of.
I honestly think the people that are keeping that kind of spirit alive now are like the Eastern Europeans, like Polish, and if you look at like where a lot of like game dev companies that are still, well, at least they used to be based, and we're having like really like groundbreaking good games come out that had that kind of spirit. You know, they were all coming. You know, like The Witcher and Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yep, that's all coming out of the Czech Republic.
Yeah, Kingdom Come is Czech, and Witcher is obviously Polish.
Poland, yeah.
Now, there's an irony there. Czechia is one of the most, atheistic countries actually in the world. And then Poland is actually one of the most straight-up Catholic. I mean, it is possibly the most Catholic country in the world right now. Well, definitely in Europe. And it's shocking that those two things have remained in those places.
Now, this is why feminists don't like this movie.
Wow! Gives her the old Sean Connery.
Well, he thought she was a woman, or I mean, a man.
You were correct.
He thought she was you know what I mean, like a guy creeping around.
I mean,
he didn't do it. He feels bad automatically.
I mean, I've seen Dirty Harry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Seems to be a pattern.
He's like, got another one.
No, that actually ends up working out. I don't think he knew that they had captured the son from the
he
Baxters.
didn't.
It just kind of worked out that way.
Ah, yes, damsel in distress.
Mm-hmm. You manage to always be at the right place at the right time.
Oh, right. Like, yeah, well, some of the stuff that's happened to him is luck.
Yeah.
You know, him being in the right place at the right time.
Like her even being in the vicinity of him
Mm-hmm.
is like to kidnap her was luck.
Right.
Because I imagine the whole plan for him was just to snoop around.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know where they kept the gold.
And okay, so he already got $500 off of one set of people, and now he's got another 500, which it's kind of a lot of money back then.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
a
it's
whole lot of money
ridiculous
back
amount of
then.
money.
Yeah. I mean, he's not like a millionaire or anything,
I mean,
but
most
you know,
most guys are making $25 a month
Yeah.
back then.
right. Like for $3,000, you could buy like a really nice farm.
Dude, he could buy well. Yeah, well
He does, but the Union soldiers burn it down.
Yeah. And then he buys another one in Kansas, ironically, and but then he needs like $300 later so he can go move to San Francisco or wherever it is he moves. And then he went to space. Space cowboy.
Then he settled in Detroit.
Yeah. And yelled at some Asian people. Get off my lawn. And he fought in Korea too.
Yeah. So who is this? This is the woman that was in the first of it, right?
Right. Okay. So what the story is that her husband was playing cards with, I can't remember which one it is, one of the
Ramon.
brothers, Ramon, and claimed that he cheated. So in order to pay back his debt, she has to live with Ramon, and then he gets to live across the street in a little house from where he's keeping her. And then so her kid is like right there. So basically, she's doing what she's told because she's worried about the kid and the husband. The husband is doing what he's told because he's worried about her. And so they basically just got this hanging over him. And then I don't remember when this guy got kidnapped or whatever.
It was at the shootout at the cemetery.
Cemetery.
At the cemetery, okay. And this is the son of the Baxters with the one lady. So that's why they're doing the exchange.
Yeah. Which is good luck for them because they were about to be bent over a barrel if Eastwood didn't bring.
Right.
Oh, Lovett's here.
Yes, hello.
Hey, love it.
I love it.
Good to see
Bienvenidos.
everyone.
So what do you think of the movie, Lovett?
I rather enjoyed this. It was the first one I've seen of the trilogy.
You've
Yeah.
never. Have you seen the rest of the trilogy?
No, I haven't. Yeah.
Oh,
Now, this is the first movie in the trilogy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong, it's the same character that he plays throughout, or not? Loosely? Kind of?
Loose. I'm gonna say loosely because here's the thing: for some reason this gets called the Man with No Name trilogy, but he is in fact given a name in every single movie.
Yeah.
Like in
This
this,
one he's Joe.
he's Joe, and for a few dollars more, he's Manco, and then in The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, he's Blondie. The only movies the character actually doesn't have a name are High Plains Drifter and Pale Rider.
Both excellent movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pale Rider's probably the weakest of all the sort of big Clint Eastwood. Well, of the ones that he's either main starred in or directing. But you do
Here's-
also have like Hang 'Em High,
there you
and
go. Love it.
Joe Kidd.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you used EV Mux before?
Well, I think this may be the second time.
Okay. If you go into settings
Yeah.
and turn on your AI background cancellation,
Oh, okay, okay. Just a minute here.
I-
There we go.
I still think that
there you go.
that even though Pale Rider is one of the weaker movies, it's still a good movie.
Yeah, it's still a good movie.
Yeah.
That should be better.
Here's one.
Yeah,
for-
that's really good. Love it. Thank you.
yeah.
Yes.
that one's
Thanks,
pretty good.
Love
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
There's also Two Mules for Sister Sarah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I just watched that like 6 months ago.
That's a fantastic movie.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shirley MacLaine looking
Talk about a
good
plot.
in that one.
Talk about a plot twist.
Yeah.
Doo-doo-doo. So I gotta
It's
know.
also-
What did you
uh,
think about the way he removed the arrow in that with the gunpowder?
Oh, I've seen that in,
Oh,
a
yeah.
bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
do that. Wasn't there the '85 King Kong with Christopher Lambert? Didn't he do that? Or not King Kong, but Tarzan.
Maybe. I mean,
I
it was a
remember a scene
known.
from that one.
It was a known treatment you could do. And usually, nobody did it because there was usually field hospitals around for that sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Also, didn't they do that in Bone Tomahawk?
I
I don't know. I never saw that one.
mean, I saw a survival show where a guy cut himself open and did it himself, just to show that you could do it.
Is it like an antiseptic or to coagulate?
So-
It's to coagulate it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's to
it's-
cauterize it.
So yeah, like you'll have a gash or a bullet wound, and the whole idea is you'll put gunpowder on it and light it to
Ah.
cauterize and seal the wound.
I think in that one he has her carve a groove in the arrow. He fills
Yeah.
it with gunpowder, and then when they push it through, it lights it so it burns all the
Yeah,
way
yeah.
through. Yeah.
But the biggest problem is going to be the piece of cloth that comes through with the arrow. That's going to be the big worry, because that's where infections are going to come in.
Right.
I don't know if y'all remembered in Master and Commander,
Yes.
they look for that
Yeah, the patch.
hole,
Yep.
Yeah,
the patch, to make sure it didn't
Yeah,
get stuck inside.
And he's got it all. It was perfectly the size of the ball.
Yep,
Yeah. So
it's
he's good.
crazy.
You better hope there's no like little shreddings or anything in there.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I slipped and fell on a wet hillside. Like I was trying to climb it, and it had wet grass, and there were these little bamboo-like dry. It was like a plant or something, and it had snapped off. And when I fell on top of it, and I just thought, and it scraped along the side of my abdomen, like right above my hip. And I thought, oh, it just scraped it, right? What I didn't realize is that a piece had gone in and snapped off, probably about an inch. And so I went back, and it hurt, but I was kind of okay. And then after like a day or two, it really started like swelling up, and a bunch of pus was coming out of it. So my grandfather started pushing on it, and it like a whole bunch of pus came out of the hole, and then a piece of wood floated out on like a geyser of pus.
Oh.
And
Yes.
so he thought he got it, and then he put like some kind of he was like a holistic doctor, so they're not doctors, but they get, he does like reflexology and a bunch of stuff.
So you
Yeah,
put
this
chewing
weird-
tobacco on it.
yeah, he put like a paste that was some kind of concoction he had on there. Can't remember what they called, like NRs or something. You got a doctor, but then anyway, he was in like reflexology, where you put like golf balls on people's pressure points in their feet, and he was
Ooh, yeah.
he had all these like, it was weird, but people would pay big money to come see him from like New York City and stuff. He lived in Pennsylvania, and they would come over and pay like thousands of dollars for his treatments. He did like hypnosis and a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, so he put all that paste on there, and it felt fine. And then a year later, I was over at my grandmother's house, and I rolled down this hill playing as a kid, and I felt like a pulling sensation there. And then there was a little bit more pus, and a little tiny piece came out, and then that was it. But yeah, so
That's crazy.
I
It
never
will
really-
linger and stay for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
but your body will attack it.
Yeah.
But if only I had some gunpowder and a lighter,
Right. Would have been fixed.
it could have
Yeah.
been fixed. Right. Yeah. Now that I'm an
Now
adult,
you-
I look back and I'm like, yeah, he was a weird dude. He just pulls that leg right off the goat or whatever that is.
Pig. I'm
The
thinking.
skin's still attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Evidently-
didn't quite look good.
Evidently, he didn't care for it too much, because he sure didn't keep it.
Yeah.
Not his type of meat.
It's probably dog.
Oh,
Dog
this
meat's
one's
fine.
interesting.
Yeah.
This is an interesting shot.
Yeah, he just shoots
Yeah.
it in the junk.
I thought that was so funny.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about the probably not a real Mexican proverb that's said in this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think everybody, even the person that said it, knows it's not a real Mexican proverb. Like, when they said it, he knew that he was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I just saw Molly's comment about maggots to help keep it clean.
Yes.
Yes. Yep. They only eat dead flesh.
Still use that today in medicine.
Yep. Yeah, they're specially grown ones though. They're like 5 generations. They make sure so they're like totally disease free. Then they put them inside the bandage with like this gel to kind of suspend them, and then they pop it on the wound, and they go crazy beating it up.
Yummy.
Yeah. It's supposed to help with people that have like problems, like low circulation, problems healing, mainly for like, you know, people have diabetic problems or a lot of neuropathy or whatever.
This little kid reminds me of the dwarf on Fantasy Island. The plane,
Really?
the plane.
He reminds me of what was the kid's name from Battlestar Galactica in the 70s? Boxy or whatever.
That's a hard one for me, Hoss.
I watched the 2000s one, but I don't.
Nah, the
70s.
2000 one isn't as good as the 70s one.
No, I love the 2000 one.
Have you seen the 70s one?
Pieces of it.
Yeah, the 70s one is better. Not the 1980 one. That's garbage. the 70s one that they're like, it went from like 78 to 79 or something with Lauren Green. I think that's his
I like what he's doing here. He's destroying the place. You know,
Yeah.
just causing
Yeah,
chaos.
yeah. Well, he's making it look like more people were in here than
Yeah.
just one guy.
Yeah.
Now, Lovett, you might not know this, but this movie's actually a remake.
Really?
Yeah. A couple of years before this, Akira Kurosawa did a movie called Yojimbo, and it is basically this movie, shot for shot, that Leone copied.
Yeah, Japanese samurai movie.
And, of course, they did not say they give story credits to Yojimbo, so then they got sued for this movie and made Kurosawa more money.
I think they could have beat that rap if they had a better lawyer.
No.
Not at all.
Like,
Hey.
Django didn't manage to get sued. But,
Even old movies do it. You can't see anything.
yeah. It's like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, except Game of Thrones, the entire episode was shot this way.
Oh, well, the series had already gone downhill.
Yeah.
Is that a White Walker or is that the wind? I can't tell.
Yeah.
Now let's use all our cavalry now when they can't see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really had to darken it up because the stunt rider looks
Yeah.
nothing like Clint Eastwood.
Half a foot shorter than Clint Eastwood.
You would think that he's really familiar with horses by then, that he would be on one.
These are Spanish horses, and they are quite small compared to American horses.
Right. So Clint Eastwood
Oh.
looks giant on him. That's why
Yeah.
they put him on a mule, just so it would look different.
Smart.
The thing he rides into town and rides out of town on is a mule. I was like, that's a pretty furry horse. Then I was like,
Not
wait,
even
it's a mule.
It's not even a big mule either,
No.
because there are some mules that get just as big as horses.
Yeah.
And bigger.
Yeah.
Come riding into town on one of the big mules. Draft horse size.
You mean business then?
So a lot of people would say, oh, in most movies he's invincible and he can run around and like shoot 4 people with no consequences, but you know, this shows that he's not
Right.
invincible.
I mean, I would argue
Yeah.
that really only happens in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, where he just runs around, doesn't really get touched.
Right.
Well, except for Tuco. Tuco gets him pretty good.
But you know what I mean? Like,
He gets put through it. I mean,
Yeah.
he
they-
doesn't
Would
put
they-
much
would
of a
they-
fight.
but would they do this to like a modern?
Probably probably the most recent I can remember is the first Craig Bond film where he's getting beaten and tortured in the chair. That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If it's in the contract, sure. But some of them are like,
It's-
no, I don't want
yeah.
to see my face get
Well,
beaten.
you know it's not going to happen to The Rock.
No.
And
Stallone gets the crap beat out of him in the first Expendables movie.
Do you think they would ever let this happen to a female character like Ray or?
Oh hell no!
Yeah.
Too many people be cheering.
I'm trying to think because like
Yeah. It's. I don't know. It's been a long time
it's
since.
it's been hard in a hero take a beating like sure.
Yeah.
this is my favorite, one of my favorite parts. Right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is good. Daredevil.
Oh, is
season-
this where he rolls the big barrel of
The
wine or
Gringor's
whatever now?
asleep, my
Yeah.
man. That's all right.
Good.
I'll enjoy waking him up.
Like, how did he crawl up there? I want to know.
Well, they left him alone for a long time, so he had time to get up there, I think.
Yeah, because he rolls himself down.
Yeah.
I mean, when was the
He's-
last time you saw Clint Eastwood get his butt whipped like this?
I don't know.
It's been a long time.
Damn, it might be. Damn, it might have been in the '60s.
That was a really good year of wine, too. I'm upset about that.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's wine because it's flammable. It's like a brandy.
Dang
or
it.
Tequila.
Yeah.
You ruined my
Mezcal.
joke.
It is.
Where they keep their gasoline, you know.
is
Yeah.
is tequila really that flammable?
Uh,
Maybe I guess if it's
if
enough proof, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it's,
Yeah.
if it's a barrel strength tequila, it definitely is.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm so used to having the smoother kind of tequila.
There's a smooth tequila.
Yeah. If you get the right kind, it tastes better, more refined.
Mm.
Mando's favorite part.
Yep.
Although it could have used a little bit more explosions, but you know, I give it. It was the '60s. I give it. You know, you can.
That's,
you can
it's a,
use it.
by the way, it's a '60s B movie we're talking here too.
Yeah. Yep. And unfortunately, no lions were involved. So,
I love Ghost in the Darkness. That's good.
It's such a good movie.
There was a lot of fire in that movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or like this.
I like how he's hiding under there. Although, I'm wondering how disgusting it would be underneath there.
Oh, God, filthy.
Oh,
I mean, considering people used to just throw their spittoons out in the street.
Yep.
worse.
Walk out
too.
and a
Or-
petri
or-
right on.
chamber pots.
Chamber pots. Yep. All that kind of stuff.
So that was actually a famous thing to do in New Orleans in the Civil War when it got occupied by the Union, was to dump chamber pots on marching Union troops as they were walking down the street.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Hey, some soup for you boys.
Well, it was gumbo last night, but it's soup now.
All you're going to get is the corn.
Ugh.
Oh, corn. No. Corn and gumbo.
But I didn't eat any corn.
Exactly. So, I mean, he musters up all the energy he's got here.
Gotta get in a coffin. Scares the coffin maker. I give this guy.
You know,
He's got spaghetti sauce running down his nose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who tortures people with spaghetti sauce?
I mean, there are some people who, well, if you were Italian and somebody gave you bad spaghetti, that would be torture. I'm just gonna be honest.
They overcooked it.
I was thinking it was ketchup, so I mean,
You know, in French schools, ketchup is actually banned.
what?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. In
That's a
America,
crime.
it's considered a vegetable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also in France, it is illegal for you to have lunch at your desk in a work day. You have to go out and have a proper lunch. Just saying, the French aren't all bad.
Yeah, I do like that one.
But the French also take their pills anally.
Oh. Yeah, nice.
In France, everything is a suppository.
Mm-hmm. They suitcase it.
Escargot depository.
That's what the pills are for. I think escargot just proves if you put enough garlic and butter on something, it will become tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, just don't mind the sand grit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, sand just gets everywhere. So
I hate it.
yeah, so they're just like, you know what? Let's take these people out. It's about time. Let's just kill them.
Yeah.
Seize the moment.
You know, you thought the part before was Mando's favorite part. What's coming up here?
A
Yes,
lot
yes,
more
yes.
fire.
I was
Fire!
like, when this whole thing happened, I was like, there's
Boom.
no back door to this thing? Like, there's no side windows to jump out of? Or, you know what I mean? I get it's a B movie and they're limited in budget and whatever.
This is
That's a
why I
nice
could never be
mix.
any other nationality. I have to be American because I like fire and fireworks and explosions too much.
If
I mean-
tossing a lantern to start a fire was an Olympic sport, Mando would get gold.
I mean, here's the problem though. You can also lay that criticism at Yojimbo too. Technically.
Yeah.
They saved all their pyrotechnics for this scene here.
And I mean, the Rojos definitely got enough guys to have dudes on the back door. I mean, just saying. But
I mean, was that the only door in and out of the place?
I think that's what Leone wants us to assume.
Yeah, you don't want somebody climbing through your back window or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that happened too. But I do like this. I like the tight shots of everybody just... You see the bloodlust. They're in the moment. Murking these poor dudes.
Honey coming, and they finally got their comeuppance.
But I'm the sheriff.
See how well that's going.
Yeah, and think about this. Ramon is only the second most evil villain in the trilogy.
Ramon.
When you watch the next one, Lovett, the sequel to this, a few dollars more, for a few
Yeah.
dollars more, you'll see the most evil villain in the trilogy. And it's
Well,
not
excited.
it's not close. And it's portrayed by the same actor too, so
That's interesting.
yeah. Now, if you guys want to know who did the voice for Ramon and later El Indio, it's the guy who plays Mr. Choo Choo in Once Upon a Time in the West. Yeah. So the guy walking around with, he's all gimped up and walking around with the rails on the train. That's the dude who actually did the dubbing for the English versions of these, of Ramon and Indio.
That one, the sequel is on. It's on Tubi and Pluto for free, so I can definitely watch that.
And he decides to build an Iron Man suit
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
in a cave
Also, yeah,
with a box of scraps.
literally. But also shooting a gun in a cave
Yeah.
without hearing protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just built different back then.
Yeah.
I can really get the appeal for Eastwood back in the day. He was quite a fixture.
Yeah, this was sort of the first movie where he is the main star in.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of this trilogy that Eastwood really gets a foothold in.
Is now Door ID.
Yeah. Because, I mean, he was fresh off of Rawhide when he did this movie.
This has to be one of the best confrontation scenes.
Yeah.
They're like, he's not very bright, we'll just shoot him.
On the way they reveal him, the big explosions, and the dust like comes across the street, and as the dust clears, he's standing there.
Yeah.
It's such a great reveal.
Just standing there. Menacingly.
Oh, where is it? Come on.
Looking for that silhouette. There we go.
Spurs.
Eastwood actually has them on backwards.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. They're on the wrong feet.
Yes, the coffin.
One thing we haven't mentioned is the score. And it is pretty epic for this movie.
It is. Yeah.
It's Ennio Morricone playing around with a shoestring budget on how to make an epic western, which is definitely part of the spaghetti western style.
Yep.
Yeah, he's able to nail the scenes really well with the music.
Well, the music was scored before the movie. It was Sergio falling in love with the score so much he would let scenes drag out to let the music play a little longer.
And it even gets to a crazier step, I believe, by Once Upon a Time in the West. Sergio's playing the score while they're filming scenes, so the actors can get an idea of what is what's happening sound wise.
That's cool. Yeah, that movie's got some really great music.
Yeah. Oh boy. No one builds Sergio in. So the whole armor, the iron plate under the shirt thing, that was
Hi, Ms. Marmuse.
Thank Hey, Teresa.
I believe that was started by a guy by the name of Killer Jim Miller, or Deacon Jim, who claims to have killed 50 men. But he was kind of famous for wearing, a piece of metal under his coat in case he got in a gunfight.
Yeah. Also, Ned Kelly was a bank robber in Australia.
Yeah.
Famous for making a metal suit.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen the remake from the 2000s, but I like the original, that one.
Wait, you like the one with Jagger?
Jagger? I haven't seen the remake, but I like the original.
I see a red door.
Careful, Jacob, you'll get your stream thrown off.
The shootout.
5 bullets for 5 men.
They would have apologized for harassing his donkey at the beginning.
Yeah, if only they didn't harass his mule.
I like that part.
His mule.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep. They used this dead eye.
Yeah.
He chewed some tobacco and smoked a cigar and got his dead eye back.
Yeah.
If anything Red Dead Redemption taught me, it's a little gin, some whiskey, and a cigar will fix everything.
Yeah.
That will.
Explains why Clint's chewing the whole time in
Yeah.
Josie Wales.
Yep.
Evie Josie Wales.
Took his rifle out first.
Yeah.
Can anyone else name a famous scene where the guy's got a rifle and uses it more than a gun?
What, Quigley Down Under?
Quickly.
Quigley.
Except
John-
for the infight.
John Wayne and Rio Bravo.
Yeah.
John Wayne and
The rifle.
Stagecoach. Yeah,
The
and
Rifleman?
the
Yeah.
Rifleman. Yeah.
Oh, the radio broadcast is so fun to listen to.
But this is in particular is memorable of Quigley Down Under 2. He's got
Yeah.
his rifle in front of him and they gave him a pistol to shoot. But the bad guy loses here.
Eastwood's not as charitable.
Yeah.
This dude has some intense eyes.
Yeah.
Shame
Those are
he's,
some beautiful eyes.
shame he was a raging communist.
I love the close-up shots, too.
I know. Bang.
I love that he starts to get back up.
It's like, I'm not done yet.
And then we get the beginnings of shaky cam POV.
Who's got the shotgun?
Esteban.
It's Dipa.
You are stupid, Esteban.
those falls would be so fun.
Yeah, the stunt guy earned his pay.
Now that looks like cherry filling or something.
Yeah. Well,
You don't have pasta sauce.
you could say he got his cherry busted.
Sir, my Raider's been jammed.
No. What flavor? Raspberry.
Well, he does not have a Grace Kelly in this movie for him to ride away with.
Oh,
But then again, I don't think she would have wanted to ride on his mule anyways.
No way.
no.
Just heads off.
And it starts like it ends like it starts.
Yeah.
Riding off on his mule. Because that's the best way to travel.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Lovett, look how his feet are dangling like a foot off the belly of the mule. It's a tiny mule.
My job here is done.
Like
Did
the
he even-
casket makers like going around measuring guys.
Yeah.
Yes, I did like that.
His day just begins once people get shot.
Like, oh, someone's shot. Oh, yes, time to begin my morning. Coffee is not what wakes me up, gentlemen. It is gunshots.
The best part of waking up. Gunpowder. The
Yeah.
smell of gunpowder.
Smell of gunpowder on your nostril.
It's not Folgers in your cup.
No.
No. Everyone knows Maxwell House is better.
My question is, do people still get ring around the collar? I haven't seen that commercial in forever.
No.
Oh, I don't think I've heard. Yeah, where it stains the collar.
Yeah, where you have to take the stuff in the cap and you put it on the collar and pour it on the collar and then throw it in the wash.
No one is fancy anymore. They don't even know about starch.
I know. Or if
I-
it's an ancient Chinese secret either.
I do.
Yeah.
I get my shirt starched. I'm a gentleman.
So you're not a heathen. You
No.
start your sheets.
Which is why I have air conditioning too.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I can't believe that. Global warming and
It's like,
it's like we could just turn all the power, all the cars off in America, and China would still be. They're 10 times as much
yes.
carbon
Yeah.
output as we are.
And India.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And
So-
of course, it's also acting like that matters when the heat has always fluctuated. Like, it was considerably warmer, like 5,000 years ago. We actually had 50-foot snakes and 30-foot crocodiles
Yeah.
because the weather was warmer. So life flourishes when weather's warmer, actually.
Yep. But you know how you could power all that AC in Europe if they wanted?
Nuclear.
Nuclear reactors. Exactly. They had them and they shut them all down.
well,
And
this
the
is
German
like-
ones were like the best ones in the world.
Well, the French. I mean, the French are completely energy independent because they have nuclear reactors that were set up in the '60s by De Gaulle.
Yeah.
Because De Gaulle didn't want to be fully reliant on America, which, caused some upset for some people in our government. But I think De Gaulle was probably right at the end of the day.
Yep. Yeah.
He was a thinker. Thought ahead. Yeah, I hate to. Makes me wonder how good those nuclear reactors are today. If they've updated them.
Yeah, they have. They've,
Yeah.
You can,
that's good.
yeah, you can make them way safer. And what was Elon talking about? What do they call them? They're basically micro reactors. You just have them like attached to the building,
Right.
and it'll run all of the AI centers off of that one little reactor. The only problem is that some clown will,
put it in Utah.
or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Where I guess there might be a way to like, you know, irradiate a bunch of stuff if you wanted to do something bad with it, but um,
Yeah, it's
yeah, you don't want too many of those things just hanging around. Otherwise, it winds up being like if you've ever played Fallout and you shoot one of the cars because they're all nuclear powered and they go up in a mushroom cloud. Yeah, like a whole parking lot, just one stray bullet will kill you.
Just
'Cause
one
all the cars-
unfortunate day. Yeah.
Yep, because all the cars will go nuclear and then there'll be a big chain reaction. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Just the whole no AC thing. It isn't like an ice. I mean, okay, maybe you don't want free refills. That's fine. But you tell me you guys don't have ice machines over there. You can't get just as much ice as you want. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. It's weird. Do they have freezers over there?
They
They have-
do.
they have
They have
freezers.
that stuff. Yeah.
Ice
Yeah.
makers?
They do. You can go into some restaurants and they do have it, but they just don't. Now, I kind of get one thing is like, okay, it only gets super hot for like a few weeks out of the year sometimes. And so if you got, you know, you're not going to spend $200,000 to put central AC in your house because literally that's like how much it would cost to put it in like a standard, you know, European house would be ridiculously
mean,
expensive.
there's not.
But
They can get a window unit.
yeah, just get a window unit is all. But somehow they've got it, you know. And in England, there's a tax on screens on windows, so nobody has any screens. So if you open it, it's like
Well-
bugs galore.
Well, this
everywhere.
this is also something that's happening in England. This one person was complaining on the internet they had put AC in their house, and then now the local council is demanding they remove it.
Yay.
Right. Well, I saw a thing where, so they don't want people idling their cars at any time of the year
Yeah.
for any reason because it's like, you know, pollution in the environment. But if you go out to sit in your car because it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit out with 98% humidity and
Yeah.
run your AC, you can potentially get a fine for doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, try that in
Insane.
America.
It's
Someone's got your.
so-
I've got
What do
you
you mean?
fined for
What do you
you.
mean? Try that? They already do it in California.
Well,
Right.
California, I don't even know if you consider that America at this
I
point.
do. It's the most American state. it's our future, is what California is. Because everything that passes in California passes federally later. That's what's coming.
Idiots.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Zach? How's it going?
Oh,
The more
sad.
Californians move to Texas, yeah. That's,
Yeah, and they don't really change the way they vote. That's for sure.
No.
But then again, I don't believe in voting, so
Are you a monarchist? Is that-
yes.
One ruler to rule them all.
Yep. You need a God, King, Emperor
That's right.
sitting on a golden throne making all decisions. That's all right. Eventually, it'll be an AI running everything.
Mm-hmm. That's why I already, I talk to Grok all the time now. Make sure they
You
know.
and Grok are best buddies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
good old Grok.
That is kind of crazy. Although I saw a statistic that Japan has as many, percentage-wise, as many air conditioners as America, like on average.
Well, that's because Japan was the second biggest investor in the air conditioner. That's like if you look at cars. This is a good. Who was the first ones to put air conditionings in cars? Us. Who had the best air conditioning in cars? Us. But what did the Japanese do? They took that same idea and made it lighter and smaller,
Right.
and they made the
The
second
thing
best air
is,
conditioners.
the houses over there don't have central air, though. It's a unit that cools each room separately,
Yeah, that's
which is fine. But they're really good units. Like, you crank that sucker up, and that room will be, like, 55 degrees in no time flat.
I had a new what they call a wall unit
Mm-hmm.
when I lived in Arizona because I ended up with the room that was out in the shop.
Yeah.
Uh,
We're talking about it's not a window unit, but it's a wall unit that's, like, long and
Yeah,
kind of like a rectangle.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
They're great. Like
Yeah.
I had no
Yep.
problems with that room once we put that in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are, and then you just sit underneath it and just let the cool air blow on you. Yeah. I remember the old school wall units from like the 70s.
That
Like,
were
I mean, the window units.
Yeah.
Man, those things got down to like 32 degrees or something. It was crazy. And they almost never broke. They were rugged.
That's because you didn't go to school in the 2000s when those same units are still there.
Yeah.
Well, I had them at like my grandmother's house had them. I used to go to like not summer camp, but we went to like this summer resort place that had them in the cabins. And yeah, it would be like 100 degrees out and 55 inside. It was awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are. But I don't know. People in Europe act like it's black magic or something to have AC and
And ice.
ice. Yeah,
And refills.
yeah, and free. The free refills are nice, but have you seen the memes of the of like the people going back to Germany and the guy's got the passport and he's all cut and young looking, and then the guy looks at him and he's like, "This isn't you," because he's like, "Where have you been?" He's like, "I spent 8 weeks in America," and the dude's like 400 pounds
Yeah.
from eating all of the like fried.
You think
twin-
we're fat for fun?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
They keep
and he's
going-
got like
going
like gallons of
Waffle House.
ranch in his luggage.
Yeah, contraband.
Yeah.
They're going to have some ranch dealers over there now.
Yeah. Which is crazy. Is I've lived in England. They have the technology. They could do it if they want. They just don't have the will. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, it also. Are you getting the deal now where there's some Europeans with like this stubborn pride of like, I refuse to get air conditioning. We do not get air conditioning in England.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you
80
guys
degree
wanna,
weather hits.
if you want to
where's the air
suffer
conditioner?
and and you want people dying by droves when it's 85 degrees
Yeah.
out,
Did you-
that's up to you.
Uh,
It is still a free country
Did you
for a little
know
while anyway.
more people die from heat-related causes in Europe than Americans do from guns?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
close to like 70,000 people every year.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's nuts. But yeah, what's Zach saying? He
So good-
like, broke Gemini. Is probably trying to make AC memes or something.
Yeah.
Did you see the meme where it's got like AC unit in America and it's blowing hot air on the France from the exhaust? It's like, this is why it's so hot in Europe, because all our AC is blowing, all the outlets are blowing hot
It
air.
sure was hot when I was working outside today.
Yeah. And that's just it. Is the people are like, oh, it's so hot in America. It is, but we have AC. That's the difference.
Yeah.
I go inside. I
Don't
remember.
tell them that.
You don't run
I
around.
remember.
You don't see Australians running around with no air conditioning.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm old enough to remember like going to my grandparents' house that didn't have air conditioning. Or
Yeah.
maybe they were too cheap to
Or
turn
grew
it
up
on.
in a
I don't
house
know.
that didn't have air conditioning.
Yeah, I remember trying to
I've-
sleep on a summer night on my summer vacation, just sweating with the windows open, just sweating, trying to go to sleep because it was so
Yeah.
hot. And I was little, so I didn't know any better. Like, now I'd have been like at least get a fan or something. Come on, now. You know.
That's what screened-in porches were for.
Yes, there were sleeping porches. Matter of fact, when I went to last year, I went to Robert E. Howard's house in Texas, where he wrote like Conan and all that. And originally, when the house was built in 1919, it had a big portion of the back was where he slept at. He didn't have his own room. Him and his dad had a sleeping porch. Now, I don't know what they did in the winter. I guess they put like little panels up or something to keep the wind out, because it will get cold in Texas. I mean, it won't,
In, like, I know in the 50s and 60s in Harlem, people used to sleep out on the fire escapes.
Yeah, people would sleep out on the fire escapes. Yeah, I saw that in the rear window. another great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they had a little thing and pull their dog up and down in a bucket. But yeah, people. That's how we used to live.
There's
But
a reason why
now,
everyone had a fan in church.
yep, exactly. We're civilized. We've got AC.
Yeah. Europe needs to give up that damn savagery.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
They do.
Yeah.
I remember.
So, this.
Oh, go ahead, Jacob. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I remember these
Okay.
comedians were touring in Australia, and they were saying some commercial that had Aboriginals in it. And one of them goes, "You need to go get you a damn job with some benefits and get them teeth fixed instead of all this damn savagery." I was
Yes.
dying because I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, that's funny. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for coming on for this movie.
Yeah, so
Good
Yeah,
time.
that was fast.
Glad I could make it.
Yeah, glad you could make it. Yeah. So we'll go around the horn and see what's we got coming next. Shieldwall.
All right, thanks for having me on. It's a great panel tonight. On Thursday, I'll be on Roman of the Empire's channel at 5 Pacific Standard Time, where we'll be going over the movie Logan's Run. I think it's 1974.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a really good movie. It's got it's pretty cool premise. I know it's based on off of a book, but the movie's decent. I don't know. We might have to bust a Wolven meter out. Some people are
We
saying
might.
that, but we'll have to see. Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Good.
So,
Sounds like it.
yep.
Yeah.
Mando.
Yup, I will probably be at Rome of the Empires this Thursday, and then Sunday on my friend Trucker Rob's channel, possibly. I don't know, because the 4th of July is Saturday, so I think we're still doing our Pathfinder stream on Sunday, but who knows? Who knows? And then, yeah, I should be back here Tuesday. Woo!
Nice. Travis.
I guess I'll be here next week on Tuesday. I gotta check the schedule. What we're watching. Is it-
X-Files.
It is X-Files. Oh, okay, good. That'll be fun. Yeah, I got that coming up. Nothing really official, except celebrating America's 250. Nothing greater than celebrating the country by blowing up a piece of it. So,
Yes.
Well, we've been doing it to other countries now for a while.
yeah, that's side quest.
Side quest. Waylon, what do you got?
I'm gonna be modding over at Niats on Friday and Sunday, and probably Nick's on Monday. And actually, I'm probably headed over to mod at Nick's as soon as we get off here. So
Okay.
that's about all I got going on right now. Don't really know much else.
What's Neat got going?
So obviously his Minority Report streams is pop culture news, and then on Sunday they're covering the Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
It's
That movie's a mess.
all three of them are a mess.
I enjoyed it, but it is a mess.
It is unfortunately the best shot of the three. I don't get dizzy watching that one.
Yeah. A lot of handheld.
Shaky cam, yeah.
Yes. Lovett, you got anything?
No, I do not. I don't have any plans this week, really. So we'll find what happens next week.
What's the next big thing you got coming up?
For my channel or for other
Yeah.
streams?
No, for your channel.
So I watched Cowboy Bebop, the animated series.
Yes!
Yeah. So, and I also watched the movie too because it kind of ties in somewhere towards the end of it. And so, yeah, I'll be reviewing all of that in one stream. That's next month, and then yeah,
Okay, cool.
Nice.
things going on. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So yeah, for me, I'll be on Romans, and then not sure if I'm doing anything over the weekend on streaming. Then back here next week for X-Files.
Oh yeah, awesome.
So thanks everybody. Thanks for hanging. That was fun. That was a good. That was
Yeah.
a good show. And, thanks for the chat for hanging with us. I hope everybody has a good week and good celebration of the 150th. And
Yep. It only comes around once.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Until the new order comes, but it's-
Yeah. So yeah, hope everybody has a good week, and we'll see you here next week. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye.
Toodles!
Buenas noches.
All I can say, McKay, is you take a hell of a long time to say goodbye.
Well, so long. So long.
See you around, Burton.
Never can tell.
Good boy.
Happy trails, Hans.
Say goodbye.
Good boy.
Goodbye, bro.
Goodbye, Arab!
Goodbye, Northman.